You do got some size to you, huh?
Yeah, I put on good muscle mass over this last year.
You just need to do some cardio.
Yeah.
A little bit.
Yeah, that's what I've been
Maybe
doing.
lose like 20 pounds.
I'm-
See where we're now.
204. Yeah.
You get to like 180.
Alrighty, welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for clicking on today's video. Today we're going to be talking about a situation that happened in a gym this past week that has gone basically like viral on Instagram, kind of sparking a lot of conversation. And so I'm going to come in and give my opinion
as a man.
Because you guys know that I love to do that. Give my opinion.
As a man.
But this is the, this is the situation that we're going to be talking about. It's from the Instagrammer person, Dolly Blondie. And it was basically a situation that happened at her gym where she apparently is a personal trainer there. And a random guy kind of came up to her and started giving her advice and maybe saying these things in the not the nicest way. And so without further ado, there's going to be a little bit more context that I will add as this video plays. And there's a couple other videos that we're going to go look over. But I just wanted to show you guys this video on its own. And you guys can kind of just see what happened.
You do got some size to you, huh?
Yeah, I put on good muscle mass over this last year.
You just need to do some cardio.
Yeah.
A little bit.
Yeah, that's what I've been
Maybe
doing.
lose like 20 pounds.
I'm-
See where we're now.
204. Yeah.
You get to like 180.
Yeah.
24 pounds.
Yeah.
That's doable, dude.
That's doable, yeah.
You just need to be in a deficit.
Really? Is that how you lose weight?
Well, you know, obviously, yeah, you gotta eat less than what you're burning and shit.
Really?
Well, the drinking.
I
that's
don't-
probably
Whoa.
tonight, dude. Like, you're holding probably a shit ton of water and stuff. If I had to guess. And maybe not drinking enough water. Oh, really? You don't have to eat less, just eat cleaner.
No, I got it figured out. I've been
So that was the first video that was posted that kind of caused this, I guess you could call it controversy, but a lot of people are kind of chiming in about what they think about the situation and how, you know, how this went and what people should think about it. So there's actually a couple comments that I wanted to go over. So if you look at this top comment, it's not the top comment, but it's one of the top comments. FYI, this is how men talk to each other. I mean, I don't talk to other random guys at the gym really much at all. But no, I would not. I wouldn't say that to someone personally. Stop being so sensitive. Was it awesome? No. Was it particularly rude? Also, no. You wanted equality, ladies. Here you have it. He's just talking to you like he would any other man. Now, maybe that's how he would talk to another guy, but that's, in my opinion, or in my perspective and the experience I have as a man. That I don't have random guys come up to me and tell me that I need to lose weight or that I need to gain weight or anything like that, really. I think that it's very interesting that someone would say that's just how all guys talk, especially because I'm looking at this profile and it doesn't look like this is coming from a man. So, you know, I'm just saying, as a man, I think I have a little bit more experience in this. But there also was like, you know, again, more comments. He's talking to her like he would a guy. He's not mansplaining. You jaded single mothers are all harping on him when it's just inconsistent messages in person and online that create this third wave narrative stupidity. The guy was just trying to help. I don't understand what it is about gym culture and this like cross contamination with like, it's like I don't understand where like the jaded single mother stuff comes from. It's so strange to me that seems to get brought up very, very frequently when there's a situation like this. The way I see it, when I'm in the gym, and I've been going to the gym for over 10 years now, right? I almost never bother someone or tell someone what they should be doing, what they shouldn't be doing, unless it's clear like there's going to be injury or it looks like they are looking around and they're curious, right? And they need some help. The only people that I really have ever really talked to are those kind of people that are looking around, and I feel, and I try, it is a kind of a judgment call that maybe they need help. But if they make it clear that they're not interested, okay, cool, fair enough. I have no problem like stepping away. It's very, very telling, I feel like, when someone is gets upset with someone being like, yo, I don't want to be bothered in the gym. I think people are allowed to feel that they would like to have the gym be their alone time and not be bothered by other people. And then here's a video of her kind of giving a little bit more context as to what was going on, and just a little bit more context to the whole situation.
You can be getting your shit for even less.
I'm gonna put this down. I'm trying to get like a good shot, but
So it says right here, I'm confused. Does he not see a camera, or is he staring at himself in the mirror the whole time?
my Instagram, but I don't want to put it.
Okay, so the whole incident was like really bizarre because right before that, he was like, hey, I've got edibles for sale, la la la. And I was like, sorry, like I just smoked weed. And then that's when I set up my tripod. So he knew I was recording the whole time. And then basically like what transpired after the video is he tried telling me like about bodybuilding, where he was like, hey, you're gonna have to count your macros and you're gonna have to do this and that. And that's when I stopped him. And I said, hey, do you realize I'm a personal trainer that works at this gym? And he's like, yeah, I know. He's like, I just wasn't sure like what your background and experience was. Okay.
So like, it's just so strange, man. I think some people really struggle with social cues, and I mean, maybe he wasn't trying to be malicious, and maybe the best explanation is this guy just really doesn't have very good understanding of social cues, which certainly is possible. And like, honestly, with this whole situation, what the guy did, in my opinion, wasn't the biggest deal in the world, and it's not like he's the worst person in the world, but I will say the response to it on social media, that's what to me is more like concerning and honestly more sad, I guess, because like the response is just, it's automatically like, okay, men versus women, or this versus that. It always turns into that, and it becomes so toxic and negative, and the responses get so nasty and like mean for no reason. Like the whole single mother comment for no reason. Like it's just so unnecessary, right? If we look at some of the comments even on this one, right? Like, he's not wrong. He's being brutally honest. It's like people are just, I feel like, unnecessarily adding to the fire. And then speaking of the just mean comments, this is her kind of responding to one of those negative comments, right? 658 weeks out, because that's how long it will take you to lose the 50 pounds you need to step on stage with any of the other athletes that have stayed away from the buffet that you love so much. It's like comments like that are just so unnecessary. I do not understand why with social media, like, people think that that's just like so funny. Like, she is not like 600, like, that's insane. That's the people's perception of what is healthy and what's not, and what's like is so skewed because of social media. But she goes on to kind of share a little bit of her journey in this response that I think is interesting. There's some things that I like, and then there's some things that maybe I'm not the hugest fan of, which we'll get into. But, just a little bit more context into the whole situation and, where she's kind of coming from, right?
So I'm doing a bodybuilding show come this October. During COVID or 2019, I went through some stuff. I gained 100 pounds. So there's some of the photos right there. So I was weighing at my most 280 pounds. 280 pounds. It got so bad that I didn't think I'd be able to get back into the gym. Just walking on a treadmill was so painful. But I did it. I did it. I fought and I clawed and I lost 90 pounds. So with that being said, over this last year, I promised myself, I said, if you can go a whole year with maintaining your weight, not gaining over 20 pounds or losing under 20 pounds, if you can just solid maintain, then we should compete. I should compete in a bodybuilding show. So that's what I did this winter. I put in the hard work. I went to the gym 6 days a week. And, I'm just really excited to see what I can personally do. I've already done so much with my own body and my skills. And I've always wanted to do this. And I think this is the perfect time because I'm locked in. I'm ready to go. So I'm super excited.
So she's obviously had an incredible journey and she's done a lot. For me personally, I don't really love I've talked about this before, and I mean, maybe I'm a hypocrite because I did my bodybuilding show in 2016, and guess what? I haven't done another one since then. The reason being, especially those of us that come from extreme weight loss, I think it ends up going too much to an extreme, from one extreme to the other. And I haven't been a fan of really big people losing a lot of weight and then doing bodybuilding shows for a while. And you could call me judgmental, but I've just seen that pendulum swing too much, and they really struggle to find that happy medium. So they go from being really overweight to losing all this weight, competing in a bodybuilding show, but the things that it takes to compete at those shows is very, very unsustainable. I would say it's not very healthy at all. You end up seeing your body at this level of leanness, and you start to expect that from your body when your body really, really doesn't want to be that lean, and it's not healthy to be that lean. And it ends up you rebound, and it's really hard to deal with that extra weight gain, especially because you have this fear of going back to where you were before. And because you have that fear, sometimes it even plays more into the overeating after the show. I personally am just not a huge fan. And like if I was working with someone, I would never, ever, ever, ever recommend they do a show because I would feel bad being complicit in that decision. Maybe I'm overreacting here, but that's just my opinion with that stuff. But all in all, like, I think this situation, man, it's really shown more than anything just how quick people are to just immediately have this visceral reaction whenever there is any sort of interaction with a male and female in a gym setting. It's just like, with social media now, it's crazy. It feels like it has been so weaponized, and it's hard to see, honestly. Like the first time I watched that video and like saw the comments, I felt genuinely uncomfortable because I just like it makes you feel like if you're someone that's not used to going to a gym, you feel like you see these things happen so often on social media, right? You like see Joey Swole always making videos about these situations, and you start to feel like, oh, that must happen all the time. Dude, I've been going to the gym for 10 years. I've almost never had like a bad experience at the gym. It's almost always either good or usually just neutral. Nothing happens. I go to the gym and I leave the gym. If you ask me what happened there, I'm like, I don't freaking know. I worked out and then now I'm coming home. You know, like it just really feels like this kind of content has become so prevalent, and it makes people feel that don't go to the gym. Oh, this must happen all the time. And like women that maybe don't want to go to the gym because they feel like this is going to happen to them all the time. And then guys being like, I'm afraid to talk to any woman in the gym because all those videos. And I've talked to plenty of women in the gym, and I've never ended on some weird compilation. You know, I've tried to be respectful, but usually I just do my thing. And that's what most people do. I think that's what makes me, I don't want to say upset, but what bums me out the most about content like this is because the more it gets more prevalent, more popular, you see more and more of it, people start to think, oh, this is just the common thing that happens in the gym all the time. When like, dude, I've been going to the gym for a long time. This rarely happens. And when it does, it is wrong, right? Like if someone goes up to someone and makes them uncomfortable, that's not cool. But like it seems like it's so much more prevalent than it really is. But again, that's just my opinion as a man. I would love to know what y'all think down in the comment section down below. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Peace.